I have a screenshot up, here it is. You see Wyoming top 10 defense in 2018, and Spaz told us he wants us to be top 25 defense. That's all we say in practice, top 25, let's go. And to see Wyoming on there as top 10, we played them opening week, we feel like we deserve to be at that level, so we know the expectation for us is pretty high if they got them set at 10 and we ain't at top 25. So that's my expectation, that's the team expectation. I even sent it in a group message and other players got it on their lock screen too, so that's the mindset we have coming in this season, in this camp. We locked in.
Coming into the games, it was nobody here, no fan support, just real dry around town. And football had a bad name around here for a long time, and now just to see what it's become, all of the fans coming out, people around town just talking to you, just happy to be Aggie fans, and it's amazing, man.
What changed was making the play, and as a D-line, the difference was we have to make sacks, we have to make plays. My freshman year, we had 11 sacks as a defense. Last year, we had 43, which is, speaks for itself. We had an edge to us. We played with an attitude that it was us against the world. We had everything to prove.
I think it came up, it was on us. I think we just got fed up. We just got fed up of people talking bad about New Mexico State, talking bad about our defense, and we had to do something about it. We stepped up to the challenge on all three ends, from the D-line, middle linebackers, and to the secondary. We all stepped up and we wanted to make a change for ourselves.
I think Coach Spaziani coming back for the second year, it was the first time we'd had the same defense coordinator for 2 years in a row. And I think what went overlooked was the changes that he made from year one to year two. We went from being a zone coverage team to really a pressure man coverage team, and which was really out of style for Coach Spaziani. But he thought that was what was best for our players, and I thought he did a great job putting those guys in position to make things happen.
Last year's defense was amazing. The big reason for that was because the chemistry. We, even off the field, we're all together, we're all goofing around, we're all just one. And I felt like they carried on to the field. So, I'm gonna go hard for my brother because I know he's going 100%. So I'm just gonna give it just as much as he's giving it, And when everybody's doing that, can't be stopped.
I feel like the first years I was here, it wasn't so much fun in the program. It was a lot of trying to change it, and we did a lot to try to fix that. But last year we kind of came with that chemistry. We came with that focus where we can play ball, but we can have fun. Because at the end of the day, if you're not having fun, you won't be a good defense.
When we're not on the field, we're having a good time. We see each other around campus. We laugh, we smile, we have fun, and I think that's what makes us mold together and play better. Like I said, we're one big family. We all love each other.
Yeah, we're, off the field, we're like best friends off the field. I got to speak for a secondary standpoint. We're always chilling over each other's houses. We're always making jokes. Anytime we get the chance to spend some time together, that's what we're going to try to do. We feel like that's the key to keep us together and keep us connected on the field, is being more connected off the field.
And we flew around. We had a lot of players who can make plays. We had a lot of talent. We had a lot of leadership, and we just had all the keys to make that, that transition we needed to be a dominant defense.
I really think it started with the leadership standpoint. Don Harrington, he was one of our core linebackers here. He really brought it upon us for a challenge to, if we wanted to improve our defense, it's going to have to come from us, come from within.
Don Harrington was the guy that showed up every day, and if anybody knows, he was the guy that showed up to practice with injuries. He was that guy for us that was our backbone last year, and he made every play he possibly could.
Dalton was awesome. he had that type of leadership where he didn't have to talk much. He showed you the way things were supposed to be done, and he did things in a manner of which you knew it was the right way to do it. So that's what made his leadership special. He didn't have to say much.
Dalton was an amazing leader. He was that dude when it was down. We could all depend on him to, he's gonna bring us back up. He's seen it all. He's seen all the looks. He's the leader. He was the leader of the defense. He set everything up when we needed him in another position. He was ready to the quick adjustments and everything. So Dalton has big shoes to fill, but I feel like we have the guys, like T. Hanks, like Ferg, like Quake. We have the depth to replace a guy like Dalton.
But I think his leadership is the thing that we're missing the most right now. And I think TERRILL Hanks is starting to take that role a little bit. But Dalton was really special for us.
I mean, we've got a bunch of guys that are vying for that spot, and doing some things to fill that void. You can talk about basically all of them because they're all doing a really good job with it. And that's what really we want, because I don't want one guy just stepping up, because things happen and that one guy goes down. Now you got another void to fill at a bad time. So
we got 9 returning starters, just to throw that out there. So this defense pretty much know what it takes to get where we were last year. We just got to get all the incoming freshmen, everybody on the same page. It's not about me, it's about the people around me. And when I could see improvement in their game and also mine, that's when I know that have excelled as a player, as a senior leader.
The thing I like about this team this year, we have leaders everywhere. Like I said, it's different ways to lead. I'm one of the vocal leaders, T. Hanks. We have Roy Lopez. We have a lot of vocal leaders, but we also have a lot of quiet leaders. And I think overall, you can never have too many leaders. So we have a bunch of different leaders on this team, and I feel like if we just keep growing on that and everybody just finds a role, you can never have too much leadership, because at the end of the day, that's what's important.
The confidence is there. It's just a matter of execution, and sometimes overconfidence can get you into a bind. I think that right now they're sitting in a good spot to be in. To come out, they know that they have to play hard every week. There's no slouches on the schedule and anything like that. So, I think that we have the athleticism, we have the speed, we have the things. The team last year had it too. And finally found their niche with what they needed to do and how they needed to play. I think that potential is there, but again, it's just potential right now.
One thing you've got to get turnovers, and we did that last year. But you've got to produce turnovers. You've got to be really good on third down defense, which we were last year, and we have to improve in the red zone. If you're going to be a really good defensive football team, you can't give up touchdowns in the red zone. And last year we gave up too many.
There's a lot of good defenses last year. We were a good defense last year, but nobody has gotten a third down stop yet. Nobody has made a tackle yet. So it's going to take play by play, game by game. It's going to be a slow process, but if we fall in love with the process and keep working, there's no reason we can't do it when we have the talent. We just got to put the work in to do it. You have to beat those teams. You have to compete with the best, and I feel like if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. I could say we have the 2 fastest players in the NCAA on offense. So I go against them every day, and I don't think I got a lot of reps last year, and I don't think I've ever played an offense as powerful and as explosive as we have right now.
Oh man, our offense, they have a lot of weapons. There's a lot of weapons out there. Jason Huntley, for me moving to safety, I have to tackle a lot now. And he's made me miss a couple times in space, so that's kind of frustrating. But I'm probably going against one of the fastest running backs I'm going to see all year. So if I could tackle him, I feel like I could tackle anybody.
So we're prepared for anything, and our quarterbacks and our offense gives us the best looks in the nation. You know what I'm saying?
I tell you, they all have their own little thing. I mean, you can go from Genty to Romero, to Atkins. That's the ones we've been seeing the most in the last couple of weeks. All of them have their own thing that we kind of have to prepare for, which is good, because when we're seeing 3 different quarterbacks, it gives us a good advantage, because it lets us practice against basically like every week a different quarterback. It's a neat thing to have, because we can do that. And it's not the same guy every time that we're repping against, but I think that it stands there that they have the capability of doing it. And that's the thing that we've always set the bar on. In order to have that good mix, you can be top 25, and then that way you're in that whole average, basically, that consistency, which is, again, the biggest thing that we would press upon, but it's the deal that we really try to press and say, hey, consistency and being in the top 25 in every category, you're going to be really good defense.
Oh.